Alrighty. Says we're live. Alright. Sweet notification. How's everybody doing? All that good stuff. Ooh. Alright. Close that. What's up, Sean? How's it going? Alright. Got my playback up now. Everything's moving. Yeah, Space, we're fine. Of course. Yeah, I was gonna say on the baseball side, you're probably really happy the Angelos sold the Orioles today. Who bought the team? Or is it like they're selling it officially? It's just they have to find a buyer. But it's been a big day in the NFL, eh? Obviously, there's been kind of big news in the coaching world about who may not take a job. It sounds like Bobby Slowick of the Texans and, of course, Jared Johnson are going to stay in Houston. They let teams know they're not interested. And, of course, Ben Johnson surprised a lot of people today by going, I'm not leaving Detroit. So, kind of a shocking thing. There's some reports that Johnson's asking price was a little ridiculous. That's what some people believe. But ultimately, you have to kind of look at that situation and go, if it's true, I wonder if it's one of them things where he couldn't say no. Where he's like, yes, but I need this much money. What's up, Daniel? Like, yeah, I'll come be your coach, but I need $20 million. It's just like, well, we can't do that. Well, I guess I'll just stay in Detroit then. We can only hope. Yeah, I guess so. Robinson, founder of the Carlyle Group, another investment group. Okay, that's a pretty good group. I recorded my beat so you don't have to. All right, I'll listen to it at some point. Space. What's up, 49ers? Yeah, well, it is what it is. Kind of have to readjust my streaming schedule now that the season's over, right? Plus, like, no picks video until like Thursday, I think. So we're just kind of chilling. I'm not really sure when to release the Super Bowl picks video. That's always kind of a tricky one. It's like, do I wait till the following Monday or do I release it like Thursday or some shit? I don't know. In the next rest after Angela. Okay. Well, good for the Orioles. Finally, probably spend some money. Yeah, I would imagine Panthers are rooting for Christian McCaffrey. Though they're probably a little annoyed that this dude would sit out for a paper cut in Carolina. Now he's like the Incredible Hulk. I think that's a hilarious part of this whole thing that no one talks about. It's like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that this fucking guy was like made of glass when he was in Carolina, would sit out at the most minor inconvenience? Now this dude is the Incredible Hulk and hasn't like missed a game? That's funny. I don't know why I find that to be like a funny way that he did things. It's like, maybe he just was super injury prone for a few years. Oh yeah, he was just on a bad team. He was just always getting hurt too in Carolina. And it's like, it's not like he's changed play styles in San Francisco. I mean, he might have, but it's not like noticeable. Hey, make sure you guys drop some likes to help the stream out. That'd be cool. Would be helpful. Well, we'll see if anyone comes in. It doesn't look like this stream's going to get it going tonight. Chargers got a new GM. Yeah, they took your guy. Not like you guys were going to ever use him as a general manager, though. I mean, unless you were going to replace Eric DeCosta really quickly. Panthers fans watching Stroud and CMC succeed. Damn, we're down to 2 people. That's pretty bad. No, Chase Young seems to be completely washed. I don't know what happened. It seems he just hasn't recovered from the injuries. They've claimed his career. Really? I feel like teams do that way too quick. They're like 2 bad seasons and then they're like, all right, fire everybody, fuck it. And it's like, well, that's retarded. Have fun doing this for the next 3 years. Hoping to find some miracle regime that doesn't exist. Damn, there's no one at this stream. I don't know if we're going to keep this going much longer, guys. I guess there was 0 interest in this tonight. Guess that's okay. Yep, space. Yeah. Teams turn around. It happens. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I feel like no one really wants to go coach in Washington, though. Like, that's the biggest issue of what's happening. Because it's like, well, why the fuck would you want to go there? It's a dumpster fire. You have just about no offense. You've got to build an entire offensive line. You got to get a quarterback. Sure, you've got money, but it's like you have no pedigree. You're probably going to wind up being cannon fodder. It's not fun. Probably a good idea for Ben Johnson. I don't think he's ready to be a head coach. He's only been a coordinator for 2 years, so I don't know. I feel like you need a couple more years. Clearly, he has some stuff still to learn. I think he's super focused on helping the Lions win a Super Bowl. Yeah, I think it's fine to pass up these coaching offers. They're not very good. Like what happens if Andy Reid retires, not say this year, but after next year, and then Ben Johnson didn't take one of these jobs, and then he's the next coach of Patrick Mahomes? You know what I mean? Like, what if I think it's better to bide your time and not just take a shitty job where you're going to get fired in a couple years anyway if you don't win. Unless you get a crazy amount of money. I don't know. Probably someone from the Orioles or from the Ravens, it sounds like. I'm thinking Andy retires this year. Oh, I'm going to go blow my nose real fast. Hold on. I'm back. All right. I don't know what the Commanders are going to do. But yeah, that's kind of been my theory, is if Andy Reid ends up actually like retiring, then it probably winds up going to a guy like Belichick or something. Unless they just want to go with the young coach and just kind of run with like Bieniemy or something, which wouldn't be too crazy. That could be why Bieniemy took no interviews this cycle, except for like the Commanders. Maybe Andy Reid called up Eric Bieniemy and went, "Hey, dude, don't take any jobs or like interviews. Why? Well, I'm all done. So, you know, that'd be the least surprising shit in the world. Because that'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm sure the Chiefs players would all like that. It's a lot of familiarity. It's basically the same thing they just experienced. They'd be used to kind of like the harder nature of the head coach. A lot of people don't really know this, but apparently Andy Reid's probably just as big a hard ass as Bill Belichick. Kind of a funny little twist. It's trying, Sean, but it probably won't get going too much. We'll do a little while. I just think I started too late tonight. I've been dealing with the like terrible congestion problem all day, so it really won't bother me too much to not have to stream. I don't know why. Just really, I think it's just like all the changing weather. I usually get like a bad stuffy nose when this happens. When it goes from like super cold to super hot, or like to like 34 to 20 to 0 to my shit starts getting all out of whack. But it is what it is. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm slowly starting to shift into more of a baseball mindset as well. I'm like, all right, well, once pitchers and catchers report, I'm pretty well done here. We got like another week's worth of interest, and I'm out of this bitch. We got like the awards left. I don't really care about the Pro Bowl. And then, yeah, that's about it. Super Bowl, I guess. 13-0, probably not. No reason to go undefeated in baseball. Unless it's just kind of natural. Yeah, me either. 49ers is stupid. Owners meeting next week. On the agenda is approving the Orioles' new owners soon. Yeah. No, it's not being fast-tracked. They just got to get the owners done. All sales like that will be done real quick. Hold on. I'm going to blow my nose one more time. God damn. They're excited for NFL free agency. Should be interesting. I agree. It does feel kind of like a light class though. Like looking at it and like kind of like thinking about it, it's like I don't really know any big free agents. The receiving core is kind of light. Like a lot of guys will probably just be re-signed by their teams and shit. More than likely there'll be some big signings. Of course, it's the free agency, but like I'm guessing most of the big moves come via trades. Yeah, I'm guessing you guys re-signed Patrick Queen, right? I mean, unless you just can't afford him. But it's like, oh, that's kind of dangerous. Someone like Detroit could come along and scoop his ass right up. Probably not, unless it's like they want to move up in the draft, like aggressively. But then it's like, well, why the hell would you trade Justin Jefferson? It's just like maybe You just don't want to pay him the money that he's going to be due up. You have Jordan Addison. It's not that much of a replacement. I don't know, though. I don't think it's worth it. Kansas City can't afford that shit. Even if Travis Kelce goes, they can't afford that shit, dude. They don't have that kind of money. Also, like there's like this uncomfortable truth about the Chiefs. Have you ever noticed nobody like gets a second contract on that team except like Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce? And a couple offensive linemen that they signed in free agency. Like, no one ever really talks about this with them. But, like, the owners of the Chiefs are some of the cheapest people in pro sports, the Hunt family. There's a reason they were bad for 50 straight years till Mahomes showed up. They just don't pay anyone. They don't keep anybody around. They're pretty... I mean, they let fucking Hill go. Over, what, $5 million? It's just like... Wasn't it like some obscure small amount of money that had they like guaranteed literally like $3 million more dollars? Yeah, 100%. If he goes, then I'm wondering, like, they haven't really drafted too well. They don't have a ton of money. I don't know. It's going to be uphill skiing. But hey, they got Mahomes. They've got Rashee Rice. I mean, that's the start of something, possibly. I guess Isaiah Pacheco ain't half bad. But if that's your whole offense, you're probably not going to win a lot. I guess Noah Gray and Justin Watson are okay. But they seem to work better when Travis Kelce's out on the field. I don't know. I think the Mahomes, I think everyone likes to compare him to Brady and everything, but like when you try to like push it out to other sports, it might make a little bit more sense. They're like, oh, he's like Mahomes is like the Jordan or like the LeBron, and Brady's like the Bill Russell or the Jordan, and it's like I'm pretty sure Mahomes is going to be like Steph Curry, but we'll see. And again, there's nothing wrong with being the Curry of football. But boy, oh boy, once that super team got a little bit older and the pieces started falling apart, I mean, you know. Oh, it's tough to keep it going like that. There's a reason why Brady's viewed as a freak. But again, even if this is the end for the Mahomes run in Kansas City, which I don't think it will be, I'm sure they'll get a couple more. Great run. Could be a dynasty. No, but I always hate when people compare Brady and Bill Russell all of a sudden now, because it's like, didn't Bill Russell play in the league when there was like 5 teams and then 13 teams when he retired? I don't even think you can make that. It's like Brady played in the NFL when there was all 32 teams, just like Mahomes. They played against each other. No, Brady isn't some mythical figure of the game's past. He's literally of the game's present. He was the boogeyman, literally 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Was in the playoffs. The game's boring. I just don't... I don't know. It's just not a fun game to me. It's not fun to watch. It's a lot of... I don't know. It's fucking boring. I just... Ugh. Yeah, I know. Cheerio. And people are trying to say Brady's Bill Russell. It's like, Brady literally played against like a fuckload of Hall of Famers. What are we doing? So something just now, if this deal goes through, the Orioles will have the 5th richest owners in baseball. Who are the 4 others? Well, you got like the Steinbrenners, you've got the Stephen Cohen. Yeah, I'm not a basketball guy, but I also love baseball. So, and I understand most people don't like that shit. So, oh yeah, Arthur Smith is the or the offensive coordinator of the Steelers. How do we all think about that? I think it's a good hire. He was a pretty good coordinator, just not a good head coach. We've seen that trope in the NFL. That's not uncommon. Dodgers, Yankees, Blue Jays, Mets. We're the Tigers. We used to be pretty rich. But I think they split that Illich family trust up, so it's not as big as it used to be. Yeah, he should be. He had Ryan Tannehill playing like he was an all-star quarterback in this league. Damn, only 4 likes. You guys are just ruining the stream. Yeah, but he's not the coordinator. He's the head coach. Yeah, and Tannehill looked like a fucking MVP candidate with fucking Derrick Henry and shit in Tennessee. And Arthur Smith was calling plays. And the fucking, as soon as he left, that offense was dog shit. So, he clearly knows what he's doing when he just has to do offense. But, no, Sean, I'm fucking around. No one likes the streams. No one likes this channel. It's a crappy channel. L stream. Yeah, the GM getting rid of AJ Brown didn't help either. But losing your OC will kill a team. I think it's a good hire. We're just talking about that right now, 49ers. I don't know how you're missing this, but yeah, we're talking about that right now. That's the ongoing topic. But yeah, I think it's a good hire. Ultimately, I think it's you get a really experienced coordinator with head coaching experience, so that's good for a young Steelers offense. It allows Arthur Smith to go back to what he's good at doing, which is calling plays. Should work. You could say the Texans stunk, yeah, or the Falcons offense stunk, yeah, but he was the head coach, not the coordinator. And look how bad the Titans offense was without him, and look how good it was with him. I think you're completely forgetting how good the Titans offense was for a couple years with him running the show. I think everybody's just kind of completely just being like, yeah, but he was, he had a bad defense in Atlanta. And he had a bad quarterback, so he's a bad coordinator or a bad offensive coach. So Josh McDaniels was never a good offensive coordinator. Okay. You think it was a good hire for the rest of the AFC East when fucking McDaniels went back to New England and the Patriots had a second dynasty? Just thinking about that a little bit. Some guys aren't good head coaches, but very good offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators. You know who sucked ballsack as a head coach? Vic Fangio. You know who is really bad as a head coach? The Chiefs defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo. But guess what? Boy, oh boy, can he call a defense, can he? Would you not hire him as your defensive coordinator if you could? If you didn't have, the fucking system for him? But we all know what Spagnuolo did as a head coach, right? 10-31. They've got Warren, they've got Najee. You don't need a dominant running back. You just you have to know how to use the running backs you have. I'd argue they got better running backs than you guys do. No offense or anything, but like old ass Dalvin Cook and Gus Edwards. I'll take Najee and Jalen, especially Jalen Warren. No offense. I mean, just like if I'm looking at two running back system, I like the Steelers a little bit more than you guys. But you guys have a good actual starting running back, right? That's my big issue. I would say Dobbins, and you guys would dominate it, but it's like he literally like I like Dobbins a lot, but again, you know, you said why I don't really count him. He would be better. You guys would have a better backfield, but again, you know. You guys may need to draft a running back. Kind of a weird situation to be in, eh? You guys could use a really good, like, Jahmyr Gibbs type running back. Yeah, I think so. With your first pick, I think that's got to be the move you go. Can't imagine any other position. I'm like, defensively pretty well good. Maybe think about a corner. But maybe if you can get your hands on like the best running back in the draft, might as well just do that. Maybe take Blake Corum. A good receiver that can run pretty well. We'll trade you for I don't know. We'll give you Matthew Judon for Lamar Jackson and a first. Deal? High five? We'll also throw in Mac Jones. That's a pretty good pick. Pretty good package. Yeah, no, I think he hates you guys. I think he's just going to retire a Patriot. Yeah, I don't think he's leaving New England. I think he's quite happy to be here. I think his goal was to be a Patriot from the get-go. You fucking retards stepped in and stole him from us, thinking we'd actually trade you for him. We're just gonna wait that shit out. All right, we'll just wait for Judon then. Pretty nasty, you guys, to do that to us. You know, Sean, I've heard long-time rumors that the only reason you guys drafted him is because we wanted him, and it was well known that Belichick really liked Matthew Judon. So you guys were like, well, we'll see what he likes. And then you guys fucking stole the pick. That's a real thing, by the way. Somehow you guys found out about us scouting over at Saginaw Valley State and fucking stole a fucking player from us. And then he sucked balls for you guys. And we turned him into a monster. Fuck him. That was rude. Stole a player right from us. Barkley? Yeah, Saquon's going to be an interesting move for somebody. He's probably going to want to go to a winning team. I was going to say, because I could also see the Patriots dropping off all their bad running backs and going for Barkley themselves. Like getting rid of Zeke and going for Barkley. But more than likely, Zeke or Saquon don't want to play for a bad team, and I don't know if my team's going to be good next year. So, you know. UOENO. You guys literally did, right? Like that was like a real thing. Everybody, and like that's why it just never worked out with Judon, because he didn't want to be with you guys. He wanted to be in New England with the fucking Patriots and Bill Belichick. Fucking pricks. Literally, you guys thought we were gonna actually trade, and we just sat there and we're like, we'll just wait this one out then. And every Patriots fan who was in the know like me went, why the hell did they just do that to us? What's the point? What do they think he's gonna fucking play good? And he was pretty good for you guys, but he was nowhere near what the hell he is in New England, though, is he? It's like, oh, fucking bullshit. That's got to burn a little bit as a Ravens fan just to see how good he is. Yeah, but then he left and turned into like a machine in New England. You guys, that's got to be frustrating. It's like, dog, he's capable of that many sacks? What the fuck? Literally just like a feared defensive end now. I'm just worried that he's going to leave if Bill gets a new job. Because again, he's such a like Bill fanatic. Like he really likes Bill Belichick. So, but he also really likes being a Patriot. It's like a double-edged sword for him. He's like, I just really like being there. Because again, even though the team isn't successful right now, it's still probably like a really good place to go play football. It's probably very professional. Things are probably like pretty perfect up there. You're not dealing with a bunch of horse shit all the time. I'm very excited for the draft. My team gets the 3rd pick, of course. Yeah, Sean, you guys rarely make mistakes, but like there's been a couple lately that you guys have made mistakes on, but not rarely. Not really though. You guys usually are right when you let players go on defense, I will say. You rarely make mistakes on those ends. Judon was never going to re-sign with you guys anyway. Like we can be real about that. Yeah, they got Gonzalez. That was about it. I guess City Sao turned out to be pretty good. He's a solid guard. I think we actually don't need to draft his position. We got City Sao. He turned out to be pretty good. Pop Douglas was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Pop Douglas, and that's three good players. Obviously, Gonzalez looks like he's going to be like really, really good, maybe possibly elite. I think actually Keon White looks like he's really good. That big ass, Zadarius Smith too. Yeah, yeah, I really like Gonzalez. He's going to be a monster. I think Keon White's going to be a monster for the Patriots as time goes on. That great big defensive end that we drafted. Pop Douglas is going to be really good. Yeah, that's probably is. That's not bad. That's a lot of good picks. There's like 4 or 5 really good players in this last year's draft. Yeah, we actually hit a home run, I would say. What's up? What's up, Matt? What's up, Chargers, man? What's up, Harbaugh? And I just start calling you weird names. It's like, why are you doing that? You don't do that to anybody else. What's up? What's up? What's up, 11-5 or perpetual 11-6? Like, hey, come on, don't do that. That's fucking rude. Are you just still can't believe you guys, you know what's crazy, politics, about the Chargers? They never do shit like this. This is like the greatest thing your team might be, like literally has ever done, maybe. This is like almost the equivalent of your guys' Dan Campbell, I think. Because it's just like a completely like new thing. Like you've never had this serious of a head coach before. It's just like, what the fuck? Oh shit. Because he's going to change everything. That's not going to be the same football team anymore. There's not going to be any more of those weird ass clips of like Brandon Staley doing a huddle and he's like, it's Victory Monday. Have you seen that? You know what clip I'm talking about, right? He's like, it's Victory Monday. And Herbert's just sitting there like, we didn't earn it, though. Or he's like, it's not a real one. And Staley's like, no workouts. Woo! He's like, we should be booing. Him and fucking Eckler are like, what the fuck are we doing? Ugh. I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that this existed. That's probably my favorite piece of Brandon Staley media. What was that after your guys' 6-0 win versus the Patriots? That like really hard fought, barely pulled it out game. Like 100% should have been practicing after type game. I'm gonna blow my nose real fast. 1 sec. Oh my god, I hate that shit so much. Where Joe Horitz is our GM, yep. Right back, I'm gonna get a little bit of soda real fast now. Throat's fucking. It should at least it should generate some more excitement or at least some hype for you guys going forward. At least a lot more than Brandon fucking Staley. To be fair to the Chargers, Telesco wasn't bad at building talent. Like that wasn't. It's not like the Harbaugh's inheriting a bad roster. Not even at all. It's one of the better ones. But like again, it's not like the Chargers like have a bad roster with no talent and ain't nothing there. It's just like, well, I mean, no, that's not true. It's one of the better rosters in the AFC, but it's a little older. That kind of bodes well for like immediate success, though. If you're kind of keeping score at home. I heard that Harbaugh wants to do his best to keep Keenan and Mike around, which is kind of obvious, right? Everyone keeps saying that he's going to get rid of Keenan. It's one of those two is going to go. I'm like, why the fuck would you get rid of either one if you don't really have to? And they don't really have to. There's other players you can get rid of on that team. Yeah, there's no way they're getting rid of Keenan Allen. I don't think they're going to get rid of Mike either. First season with a worse roster than the Chargers. Yeah, you could actually do really well. Well, he studied under one of the greatest GMs in the NFL for history. Yeah, yep. I can see you guys getting rid of Joey Bosa before Mike Williams, to be honest. If the right offer comes along for Joey Bosa, you guys might jump on that. I don't think he wants to keep Joey Bosa. Politics, you guys don't have any money. Do you have 20 million for a receiver? It's like that's going to be the going rate. I mean, Amon-Ra's going to get an extension for about what, 21 million this year probably. Might as well just do it. If you guys cut Mike, you're making roster moves, right? To get under the cap. I don't think you could just do that. I don't think you guys have that money. Well, retirement doesn't really save you money. I think that's still like dead cap stuff, but Mac maybe could save money. But do you think you're going to really be able to compete with somebody like the Patriots who are like, well, here's $22 million. And they don't even blink because they still got $60 million after that. Since he has $56 million, Sean, and they're about to extend Jamar Chase this offseason. They said their number one priority is extending Chase. And that's going to be like, what, 23, 20. He said he wants the number one money. So that's going to be like 24, 25. And then you have to think like, you're not going to not pay fucking T. Higgins $20 million because that's what he's going to get on the open market unless you franchise him for what, 11 to 12 million. So that's like $35 million in receiver contracts for Cincinnati to have to pay out, and they only have 56. Is that worth it? Maybe. Because I don't know. I think Burrow's still in like a weird situation where it's still Burrow's 5th year coming up. So I think they can't yet. I think the first year they can start fucking with Burrow's like restructure is next year. Won't swear to that though. Burrow's already been. Oh no, okay. You're saying he's going into his 4th year. But no, I think like until his rookie deal is completely over, they can't start restructuring his current contract. Oh, I mean, I guess they also have to re-sign Trey Hendrickson. And they need linemen. I don't think they literally can afford to re-sign T. Higgins. I think he's gone unless they franchise tag him. I think that's like the belief. Because again, Sean, you have to understand, somebody's going to offer T. Higgins like $20 million. No, he signed an extension like after his like 3rd or 4th year in the NFL. So that way he doesn't go to free agency. What's up, Vincenzo? How's it going? Maybe politics. Hopefully you guys do, because you guys are actually a fun team to watch. Hopefully they start realizing only giving good teams prime times is a way to go. Here, we'll just look at Burrow's contract. I'll show you. I still think he's on like rookie money right now. Let's see. Yeah, he's under rookie money until, what's his cap hit? Next year, like I said. Do you guys see? Or well, I think maybe this year. No, yeah, it's still one final year of like a little bit of money, and then next year is when he's making 46. It kind of starts to jump, but this would be. God damn, if they cut him, they'd owe him $154 million. That's insane. Hell yeah, it should be a fun time, politics. No, I don't really care about any of that, Vincenzo. That's what I mean, Sean. It's he doesn't start making real money until next year, and that's when you can start restructuring it. The money isn't on Burrow. It's just the Bengals have a lot of money out right now, and they're about to have to pay a lot of people. Know what politics? Man, my nose is bothering the fuck out of me tonight. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. That nerd knows nothing about football, and he should stay the fuck out of it. That's all I got to say to that fucking guy. He couldn't tell me what a dime defense is, so I literally give no fucking shit about anything that guy has to say about football, even a little bit. Yeah, fuck. He needs to stay the fuck in his lane, which is nerdy ass politics. Fucking retard. Yeah, I don't care about anything any nerdy politician has to say about football. Sorry, they can fuck off. Everything's rigged. Fucking losers. I hate them people, dude. I'm starting to hate conservatives. Just say everything is rigged and everything is fixed. It's like, Jesus Christ, really? Everything? All right, cool, man. Unless it goes for Donald J. Trump, it's all rigged. Go fuck yourself, you fucking weirdos. Yeah, everyone's just rigging everything. Everything's rigged. Oh, everything's rigged. Just so Joe Biden wins. They even rigged the NFL for Joe Biden. It's crazy. You see how retarded these people sound? Like, genuinely retarded sometimes these people come across. They're rigging the NFL for Joe Biden. What? What good does that do for anything? For anybody in the country? Making a claim like that should, like, disqualify you from politics forever. Be like, they're rigging the NFL for Joe Biden to win the election. No, it's not, Vincenzo. You think so, but you don't know Americans like I know Americans. Nobody's gonna do no civil war, and it's if it hasn't started yet at the peak of the Texas border thing, it ain't gonna start. That shit's already coming to a fucking wind down. That shit was at its like peak like a week ago. If they didn't start the war then, when's it coming? But if Joe Biden wins again, they're just gonna declare war. That'd be pretty funny. What? No. None of that shit's gonna lead to civil war. I'm telling you. Unless America gets attacked from like, yeah, I'm telling you, none of this shit's people care enough about. Like zero people care enough about this shit. I'm telling you, like, it's gonna take something way worse for this country to go civil war. No, I'm telling, it's not gonna be anything that you think it is. It's gonna be some dumbass shit that no one sees coming that sparks off a civil war. It's not gonna be like the most glaring obvious thing because that's just not how that kind of works. It's gonna be like over some goddamn sporting event. It's just gonna spark off into some bullshit, and then just all hell breaks loose. And most likely, you know what'll happen is they just break off. Like they'll just splinter the country. Yeah, nobody wants to do it. More than likely, the country just goes, all right, fuck this, and they just go like this. That's more than likely what you'll see in America. Nobody wants to do a war like that, dude. Nobody does. like nobody wants to start shooting, fucking killing their countrymen. Nobody wants to deal with that, dude. Could you imagine how awful that would be? Why do that? If it gets that bad, they just split the country. They'll just be like, all right, just split it across. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's cut Max. Sorry for the political stuff, but it's just when them nerds start sticking their nose into our business, saying shit's rigged for Joe Biden. Now I hope that happens, just so that guy's right. Now I hope I could be like, all right, okay, he was right. But again, if that doesn't happen, do you see how fucking crazy some of these people are? That should ruin that dude's career chances for being politician. We should bring that up anytime. Big, didn't you say that the Super Bowl was rigged for Taylor Swift to endorse Joe Biden? No. It's like, here it is on tape. You said this because you were fucking crazy. Or if she doesn't endorse Biden publicly at the Super Bowl, he looks like a fucking retard. And his political career should be over because he looks like a retarded man claiming retarded man things. Think about how retarded that would sound if I was like, dude, Brock Purdy is going to win the suit. They're going to rig the Super Bowl for Nick Bosa to win so he can endorse Donald Trump. What if I genuinely believed that? You guys would think I was fucking crazy. Think genuinely, just think about what I said. Yeah, but they're gonna rig it for. Imagine if fucking Joe Biden said that. Yeah, but they're gonna rig the Super Bowl for Nick Bosa to endorse Trump and beat me. Oh, that would sound retarded. Oh, the Niners. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Niners. I want Brock Purdy to win. Number one, for all the memes, it'd be very funny. Number two, I would like to see Mahomes and them fail, and then to see them try to explain away Mahomes having, one less Super Bowl loss than Brady at 28 years old. A whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I also I'd like to see the 49ers get redemption. I like Kyle Shanahan a lot. I think he's very deserving of a Super Bowl trophy. I know a lot of people don't like the guy, but ultimately I do think it's By the way, I did have respect for Vivek Ramaswamy until he did that dumbass bullshit. It's like, oh, dude, you sound retarded now. Really? You're all fucking retarded too? Cool, man. I thought you were gonna be cool and, be a normal fucking human being, but I guess not. He was just as fucking delusional as the rest of them. Like, I was like, oh, this guy seems pretty cool, like a unique kind of Republican, more of like a libertarian populist type of guy. Sean, I'm gonna tell you that that's a false notion of of Democrats. Do you know? Do you know a famous quote attributed to Ronald Reagan is behind what, like? No, I'm just pointing something out. Like, there's like a famous quote that's like very pro gun, right? Like, what is it? It's just something. There's a very famous gun quote attributed to Reagan, and it's actually to Marx that said it, like Karl Marx. So, like, I don't know who's against the guns, but like, I don't know. My whole family's very like liberal, and like they got a lot of guns. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. I personally don't believe that. In the United States, everybody likes guns. Only weirdos don't like guns. No, my family hunts and does conservation stuff. My family's pretty split up, but we're all pretty liberal. A lot of union workers, a lot of like construction workers and shit. That's probably why politics is just kind of where you are. Like I can shoot guns really good. It's just like, I don't know. I've been shooting since I was a little kid. Guns are awesome. That's how. I don't know. Maybe California liberals are a little weird about it. But like Midwest liberals, it's like, yeah, we all like guns too, and we're all very good with them too. We all grew up in the same places. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, they're fun. They're very fun items. That's the truth. Everyone says they're like, oh, it's for protection. It's like, well, they're actually just really fun. Like that's the honest to God. It's like, well, they're fun. They're cool. We have the right to use them. It's literally the second one. And they're very protective. Like that's the good parts of the guns. Obviously, the bad parts is, you know, you don't really want someone to get a hold of that thing. And I do believe that like gun owners should be charged when their guns are used in crimes, unless it was like stolen in like a very specific situation. But again, it's like, well, why was your gun out of a safe? You know, I believe like gun ownership should be that stringent. Like if you leave your shit lying around and it does get stolen, I think you should be held liable somewhat to what happens with it. Because it's like literally, it's like, well, why isn't it locked up in a case? How does it get stolen? You're a very irresponsible. It's like, well, I left it out for. You did what? I do think you shouldn't. I do think that there's like people should get in big trouble for when their guns are used in certain ways. But hey, that's a whole different conversation, I think. I think that would make people stop getting rid of their guns. Yeah, it's all that's where most of the United States gun violence is too. I don't think legal gun owners are at all the problem in the United States, even a little bit. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, and that's why gun laws don't really work, because you could just go across the street in the United States to a different state and fucking get a gun. Yeah, that's gonna go bad, politics. I don't know about all that. Didn't a bunch of the monkeys and shit and pigs that had that put in die? I know the people that are getting those Neuralink transplants are like profoundly disabled people, like very physically disabled, not like disabled, but like they like can't move anymore. They have to like use machines to breathe. No, I don't think they're like hackable. I think they're just like electro pulse controllers that like rewire like broken parts of your brain. 3D printed guns, yeah, those are becoming a problem. Hell yeah, I'm all for the 3D printed gun era. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah, I think they can. Sure, they can also lose the Super Bowl, or you're up against your generation's probable. Oh, did you guys see Tom Brady had an interview today? A lot of crazy things were said. A lot of crazy things were said. Pat McAfee asked about the Brady Belichick situation, and Tom said that there was a lot of people trying to create a lot of division between him and Bill from 2015 till he left. And he said most of it was untrue. And it's like, hell yeah, Tom, we know that shit. We know about the Jimmy G story. That happened. But everything else, I knew was bullshit. Yeah, it was a good day for me, man. You know how vindicated I was, like, listening to that whole thing? I'm like, well, what did Rob say about everything? I knew I was right. You know what's even funnier is, you know how I said I approach my life to a similar way that Tom approaches his life to football, to off the field work? And that's how Tom approaches his life, is a similar way on the field. And I was like, see, I even knew I was right about this shit. What, they'll probably ban that tush push shit. Refereeing is probably going to see a dramatic change. I don't really know what they're going to do to make refereeing better, but I do see some kind of change. Whether that be like, like a third official, like a sky judge or something, like a judge in kind of like how the spring league football does it, where they basically have like a guy watching all the games who kind of supersedes any call, and he can eliminate the call, supersede a call in that gets missed, and it's kind of like an unbiased like party that's hired by the league. No, you hire a guy from the league that controls the refereeing. Basically, kind of like the USFL does, or like the XFL. Rest from 2019 Super Bowl. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good for you guys then, Lore. Hopefully you guys don't blow it again. Giants 10 years of darkness. Damn. That's pretty rough. Just sucks that the NFL rigged the Super Bowl for Joe Biden to win the presidency. It's rough, man. Congrats, Chiefs. Known Joe Biden supporters, the Chiefs. Yeah, probably. I'll probably watch like bits and parts of it if anything funny happens. But I'm kind of starting to focus a little bit more on my team individually, the Patriots, than like I see the moves that are made and then I kind of tune out the move for like hires. No, they already have all that, Sean. Yeah. Well, they don't really suspend them or anything. Refs are independent contractors. They'll just demote you to not being able to do the playoffs. Yeah, they already have review systems. There's a reason you don't see bad calls very often in the playoffs. And by the Super Bowl, you almost see none. The reason you see a lot of similar refs in Super Bowls is because those are probably the best refs in the NFL. Cool, Lore. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't care about the Super Bowl really. I'm paying very little attention to it, Lore, until the game happens. I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely don't give a fuck. Yeah, all the refs are always suspicious all the time. Yeah, I know. MLB doesn't have a strong. That's the MLB, not NFL. Two different organizations. NFL doesn't have a union for their refs. They're just random lawyers. Look it up if you don't believe me. There's dude, referees get paid in the NFL like $1,000 a game or something like that. This is fucking hilarious. There's a reason these dudes are dog shit at what they're doing. It's because there's no money. They're not employees of the NFL. They're like independent contractors. They're not in unions. Like the MLB employs their umpires. They control them motherfuckers. But there's like you said, a umpire union. Sure, I guess. I don't know. You don't even have a coaching staff yet. I mean, like he could hire a dog shit coaching staff with like Brandon Staley, bring him back as DC. Like, you know what I mean? Sure, though he could be the greatest coach ever. He could suck. I don't. Yeah, sure. I've literally seen no hires of staff yet for your team, but I guess I maybe missed them. Who the fuck is that? Are these guys from Michigan? Because I don't care about college coordinators. I don't give a fuck. That's going to be a rough first year of adjustment then. Yeah, a GM isn't a position coach. So the whole coaching staff is just Michigan's coaching staff. Yeah, that's it's going to be a rough first year. I'm going to imagine. A lot of those guys are like, it's going to be a rough first year, right? I hope it's not just college guys. You see what I mean? It's like I don't. Like, you guys should be good. Will you guys be the new Ravens? I don't think about all that though. Who? I don't know. I don't. I don't follow college football at all. Why do you guys? What do you guys? What is with these fucking questions about the weird future? Nick Wright will kill himself. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? No offense, Laura, but I don't. I have no idea. Why do you keep asking me about the fucking Super Bowl, man? I don't care. For the fifth time, I don't care about the Super Bowl, man. I genuinely have no give. I don't know. What will Nick Wright say? Do you have insight onto this or something? Because I don't fucking care, man. I don't know how to be more blunt about it. I'm starting to get really annoyed with some of the fucking questions I'm getting right now. Hey Rob, what do you think Jim Harbaugh's thinking about right now? I don't know how gay he is. I guess I don't fucking know. Hey Rob, what is the president thinking? Gee, probably not much. He's kind of a space case. Do you think Trump likes football? Sure. I just don't know how to answer some of these questions. It's like, man, I don't know. I don't even know who's going to be on the Chargers team. I don't know who. You know what I mean? Laura, you don't have to delete your questions, man. That's just stupid too. I just don't know why you're asking me to predict what a guy I don't watch, I don't care about, I don't like his opinions of the world. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what Nick Wright thinks about anything. I don't watch his show. I don't watch anything related with him on it because I think he's bad at his job. I think the only reason he looks right about anything is because his favorite team is Kansas City and he homers them, and they've been good for about 5 years now. So before that, this dude was wrong about just about everything. So I don't really watch his shows. Literally, it's no. I don't even need to see your team next year. I got to see what they do for the off season. Right now, I have no idea what your coaching staff looks like, what your roster is going to look like. I don't even think you know what your roster is going to look like next year. Unless you have an inside info. You know what I mean? It's so early to tell to figure out if a team is going to be good next year. It's like I don't. Who the fuck knows? So much could happen, right? What, like 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago? I mean, not really, unless you're considering like the stuff old Harbaugh did in the NFL, what he's going to do in the new NFL. Oh, I think my nose is bothering me again. Oh man, that sucks. For sure, politics. No hard feelings or anything. This dude's mad. He's like, fucking, he doesn't think my team's winning the Super Bowl next year. It's like, yeah, sorry. I don't think anyone. I'd give the same answer to all 32 teams right now if you were to ask me. What do you think they're going to do next year? I don't fucking know. Just know that that's a very stock answer. I don't do. Yeah, no, I know. Dude, it's just way too early for me to tell. You'll be hearing me say that as a stock answer until the preseason starts. Like, I don't fucking know. It's too early. If you want my early gut feeling on what the Super Bowl is going to be next year, it could be the Lions versus, like, you guys could be in there. The Chiefs could be in there. The Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Bills. That's probably it. Then I guess if I was doing the NFC, like the Lions, the Packers, the 49ers, Dallas, fuck it. The Eagles, the Rams. You know what I mean? Like, all those teams could be. It's just so early. What do you mean I'm a Pats fan? You would kill to have my team's last 10 years. Because that would give you a multiple Super Bowls. You would literally be like, I'll take all the shittiness that they've had to endure the last 5 years if we get their entire other past. Oh, okay, yeah, it's different for you. Yeah, for you, it's like, dude, I'm just really excited. Yeah, I get you. I misread you. I completely misread that. But you also have to understand, I like the Lions a lot. For you, yeah, I understand it. You're just like, holy shit. But for me, I'm just like, listen, man, it's just another year for my team. Hopefully we're good again. You know, I'm just excited about picking third. Never been here before. What's this like? Yeah, it's crazy. Haven't the Lions been further than you guys? And like, it's crazy to think about. Jim has won every. Oh, Jim will probably win 100%, Sean. I don't think he's gonna lose or anything. It's just, I just don't know what everything's gonna look like right away. First years often are kind of messy. All right, see you later, man. You have a good night. It'd be crazy if fucking Harbaugh steps into an Andy Reidless fucking division. That would give him a major edge. Yeah, I would imagine they eventually win though, and win quite a bit. I just don't know about right away. Hmm. Oh, it's the Senior Bowl going on today. That's cool. You guys hear of Lad McConkey? Yeah, that division's going to be good. They got the Broncos who are building up something nice. They got to get a quarterback though. They've got the Raiders who have a good defense with Pierce there, and Mahomes. Oh man. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna probably start wrapping up. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream. It's just my nose is bothering the fuck out of me tonight. We still got we got an hour and 15 out of it. It's literally like I have to blow it again, and it's like I can't even breathe out of my left nostril. It's probably you could probably hear it a little bit. I'm fairly decent at talking around it though. I've lived a lot of my life with nose problems. It's one of the reasons I can't do uppers, because you can't sniff them. My nose is so fucking bad, this left nostril. It just barely works. If there's any boogers in there, it's just completely useless. No, it's just, there's nothing wrong. I just got a stuffy nose. It's literally like a, it's like a weather-based thing. My left nostril historically gets super fucking congested when the weather changes really rapidly. It sucks. I hate it. I don't know why. I think it's protecting itself, and I'm not really sure what it's protecting itself from. It's like, the right one's not doing this. What are you doing? It's like, working. It's just like, fucking on what? Oh, your nose. It's just like, oh, that's fun. See, look at it. It's just my one nose trying to breathe. The other one just completely shut out. Can't even breathe out that bitch. Fucking bullshit, dude. All right, though. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you for coming by, having a fun chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the likes and everything like that as well. It was really cool. Cold feet. I wear socks and shoes and stuff. So my feet aren't cold. I don't know what's going on. All right. I'll see you guys later. It's like a long-standing thing. I think it's like pressure stuff and fucking, I don't know. I'll see you guys later, though. Have a good night. We'll be live again tomorrow. Yada, yada. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. And